Hi, this is Anna Imagination with the Healing Garden. Today I am talking about fear and love. They are actually polar opposites, and I'm going to go over the energy and how they put out positive, negative energy, how to neutralize that energy, and why exactly they are on the same spectrum. A lot of people have assumed that hate and love are on the same spectrum. Other people have claimed that it is fear and anger that are polar opposite, but really it is fear and love. The reason why is because our identities are made up of pure love. What we love, what we want, what we desire, what we want to love in the future, what we love presently, what we did love as children. All of those things, what we love, makes up our identity. The subconscious mind has absolutely no emotion at all. It is just a machine that processes and runs everything off of our cognitive core. Our cognitive core is the abstract concept in our subconscious mind that is the process of creating perspective and story. Perspective and story is 100% opinion, and it is absolutely the most fragile, beautiful, hardcore thing inside of an individual. It is absolutely dire that the perspective remain preserved and aligned to the identity. And the identity is built on love. The identity partners with something else referred to as the defense system, which is also fueled by love. The defense system is made up of 100% your communication center, and it has two functions: communicating a boundary and enforcing a boundary, which is all done via communication first. And then the second part of that is taking action, whether it be distancing or putting yourself with space or physically arming yourself or preventing somebody from taking action against you if need be. But that first one starts with communication. It is very much a communication center to keep the unit safe. Anger is the primary emotion that fuels and runs off of the defense system because anger is linked to love for the self. It is the cognitive core saying, hey, damage is being taken to the self and the identity, protect it. Now, in the case of almost everybody, we are taught not to speak. We are taught that communication is bad and that that it's just not safe enough to speak. So what ends up happening is the defense system completely shuts down. But we require something in place. So when the defense system gets shut down, when our communication goes away, the subconscious mind has a backup. The backup is the fear system. That's when the fear system kicks on, and that's where mental illness begins. That's where pain and emotional suffering start. This is where the rewiring of the nervous system occurs when we are traumatized, because fear is present, and fear now has to rewire the entire nervous system to adapt to a perspective that is not our own to keep us safe. So this is completely run off of the emotion fear. Now you have fear versus love. So what ends up happening is you have love. And at one point, when you were basically received perspective abuse, when you were abused due to your perspective, what ended up happening is you received two messages. The first one is you are not safe enough to grow, meaning you're not safe enough to proceed through a different perspective into the next stage. The second message you received is it is not safe enough to be yourself. And yourself is your identity. So the fear system immediately starts to override the identity. And this is where it starts to break off pieces of you and you get suppressed. You forget that you love certain things. You become afraid to love certain things. You become afraid to communicate. So now it becomes fear versus love. And in most cases, fear wins because we are not taught to handle fear. Now, fear is a negative emotion, or in the world of manifestation, we call this an upstream emotion. It means that it pushes against the current and it pours and dumps negative emotion. Love absolutely generates positive emotion. But what ends up happening is when you have a fear system turned on, that constantly dumps a massive amount of negative energy. Love balances that out. When you focus on gratitude, you are focusing on what you love. It is not possible to feel afraid when you are focused on what you love. The best way to remember what you love is to gratitude journal and to focus on what you already have. And it's also to focus on what your dreams are, what your bucket list is. By accessing these three particular topics, what you're doing is you are canceling out and avoiding out fear. It's not possible at all for them to exist at the same time. So the more you focus on gratitude, love, where you want to go in your dreams, the less fear you'll have. What fear really needs is soothing and reassurance and a comfort zone, but it usually does not get that. What it gets instead is just chaos, disorder, and then fear motivator emotions come into place. Motivator emotions are the emotions that the fear system gives you that inspire or motivate you to act, to do, and to be. This is where you would frantically look at a cell phone or see who someone is texting. This is where you start to follow and stalk somebody. And this is where your control system comes into place because the fear is absolutely off the charts, because the fear requires soothing and reassurance. So as you turn down the fear with soothing and reassurance, what happens is, and it's coupled with the love being nurtured through identity, through remembering what you love, what you did love, doing what makes you happy, and focusing on your goals, your dreams, and a bucket list, and gratitude journaling, then the fear system turns down, while the love system, the identity, returns. Now, as the identity returns, the other thing that needs to take place is a reconditioning of the defense system, teaching yourself that it is safe to communicate so you can start bringing your defense system back. Once the defense system and the identity are restored, the fear system completely shuts down and it naturally goes away. It's obsolete. Now, the beautiful thing about this is 100% of all mental illness comes from the fear system. And if you soothe and turn that down while nurturing the defense system and the identity, your mental illness will automatically just go away because it's part of the fear system that is now obsolete. Thank you so much. This is Anna Imagination with a Healing Garden. To learn more about any of this, go ahead and take a look at my website, www.annashealinggarden.org. If you are interested in learning more about triadic healing and how to learn little techniques like that, take my quiz, Finding Your Coordinates. It's located on the homepage of my website, and we'll be able to locate where you want to be, where it is you actually are, what obstacles in your way, and then book a call with me, and we'll go ahead and go over the best way to get you to where you want to go. Thank you so much, and may the kindest of words always find you.